Good morning, student. Today we will continue with the chapter Parliamentary Form of Government. Yesterday we have read about the nominal head, that is the president, its power and function, its qualification to become a president. We have read. Today we are going to read about the Prime Minister, which is the real head of the executive in a parliamentary system of government. First, we are going to read about the appointment of Prime Minister, how the appointment of Prime Minister is done. That today we are going to read the appointment of Prime Minister. We know that it is a nominal or a real executive. We have read what is nominal executive and what is real executive. The Constitution of India under Article 74 provides that there should be a Council of Ministers with the Prime Minister at the head to aid and advise the President. Over here, the word shall indicate that the President cannot function without the Council of Ministers. So, the Prime Minister and the Council of Ministers are responsible for dealing all the executive matter in the government. Now, first we will deal with the appointment of Prime Minister. The President of India appoints the Prime Minister on his advice with the Council of Ministers. However, if there is a mandate as in 1996, 1998 and 2004 election, the President can exercise his discretion in appointment of the Prime Minister. Such a person would, however, have to prove his majority on the floor of Lok Sabha once he has been asked by the President to do so. So the power of Prime Minister now we are going to read. The Prime Minister and the President, how the relationship continues with the Prime Minister and President, and how the Prime Minister have his power here. Prime Minister is the link between the Cabinet and the President. All key decisions of the Cabinet are communicated to the President through the Prime Minister. So all the important decisions which are taken in a Cabinet, that are being communicated to the President by the Prime Minister. So that is the first power of Prime Minister with the relation with President. So every decision that is taken in the Cabinet has been discussed with the President by the Prime Minister. So it is on the advice of the Prime Minister that the President summons and prorogues the Parliament, dissolves the Lok Sabha and appoints and removes high officials. The President therefore acts on the advice of the Council of Ministers headed by the Prime Minister. So President works according to the Prime Minister headed by the Council of Ministers. Now Prime Minister and the Cabinet. Okay, Prime Minister and the Cabinet. What is the role of Prime Minister in the Cabinet? The entire Council of Ministers is appointed and allocated work by the President on the advice of the Prime Minister. The Prime Minister coordinates the work of various departments and is the link between the Cabinet and the President. No minister can be appointed without the consent of the Prime Minister, and he can drop either one minister or his entire Council of Ministers. This, however, does not mean that the Prime Minister is the master of the Cabinet. He is in fact primus inter pares, that means the first among the equals. He is the highest ranked minister and is responsible towards the Cabinet as much as the Cabinet towards him. Though the role played by Prime Minister is very, very important in the Cabinet, but he is the first among the all equals. Okay, so he has not been given any special position in the Cabinet. He is the highest ranked minister and is responsible towards the Cabinet. Now, the third powers that has been with the Parliament, Prime Minister and Parliament. Prime Minister and Parliament. So the Prime Minister is the leader of the Lok Sabha. It is on his advice that the President summons and prorogues Parliament and dissolves the Lok Sabha. The Prime Minister is the chief spokesperson of the government in Parliament. He announces all the important decisions and answers queries on all the critical questions. So it is the Prime Minister in the Parliament who decides everything. He gives his he is the main spokesperson who gives important decisions and also give answer to queries on all the critical questions. Now, Prime Minister and foreign relation. That is the role of Prime Minister in foreign relation. So these are the powers: Prime Minister with the President, Prime Minister and the Cabinet, Prime Minister with the Parliament, Prime Minister and the foreign relations. So the Prime Minister represents India on all important international forums and conferences. He is a chief spokesperson on issues concerning foreign conduct and relation. So all the important decisions, if he want to have any type of policy decisions to be implemented with the foreign companies or anything, every decision is taken by the Prime Minister. Now the Prime Minister is the leader of the nation. The fifth power is the leader of the nation. Prime Minister is the leader of the nation. The Prime Minister is recognized as the leader of the nation and the nation looks up to him for guidance in critical situation. See, today we are in the lockdown condition because of COVID-19. So this lockdown has been declared by whom? By PM Narendra Modi ji. So the important decisions or guidance is given by whom? By our PM. Because this is a critical situation. So every decision will be taken by the leader of the nation in the critical situation. So he is the leader of the nation. Clear? So we have read about the Prime Minister who is the real head. We have read about the appointment of Prime Minister and the powers of the Prime Minister. Under 5 category we have read. In the next class we are going to discuss with the Council of Ministers. Thanking you, student.